In the past 12 months, we have helped our clients across over 15 different niches craft irresistible offers that are responsible for helping them generate over $3 million in directly attributable revenue. And this same process is responsible for taking my own agency, BuzzLead, from $0 to $30,000 plus a month and quickly scaling. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you the exact blueprint guide that we use to craft offers so good that your prospects feel simply saying no to. And yes, they work across every industry. You just got to make sure that you follow each and every step, so make sure to stick around for the entire video, and let's go ahead and jump right in. Jumping into the bulk of things, what exactly is an offer? When somebody says an offer, what does that really mean? And really, your offer is essentially what your clients derive as the highest outcome from your service. It's representing really the core value proposition of your business, the goods and the services that you can provide, along with the terms that actually govern the agreement. So what is somebody going to get as a result from working with you, your business, and purchasing your product or service? It serves as the vital link that can either make customers eagerly seek your offerings and pull their money out ready to buy your product or service, or just dismiss them entirely, overlook them. And that offer, what you're actually providing to the market, could be increased efficiency, it could be time back on their calendar, it could be just losing, 2 sizes down on their jeans, or maybe having more patience in their waiting room. It could be a number of different things. An offer is simply what you are agreeing to provide to somebody who's ready to purchase that product or service. Now, just to kind of break this down a little bit further, consider this. If you were to send out 10,000 emails, asking people to give them your money for their accounting software, you're probably going to hear crickets. The response rate is going to be very underwhelming. You might even be lucky if you get 1 or 2 out of that 10,000 to actually respond to your email, because it's not clear what exactly you're offering. It's too vague, and you didn't craft an irresistible offer. People are going to feel silly saying yes to that because they've heard pitches like that and many others each and every day. But then if you were to take that same offer or that same message that we had said with the 10,000 emails, but you were to actually craft that into a good offer, and you were to send out an email to 100 CFOs expressing your ability to reduce their time managing pesky spreadsheets by 90% by implementing a custom tailored QuickBooks solution, then odds are you're probably going to get around a 10% reply rate. It's so relevant to them. You're letting them know what it is that they're going to be getting. They're going to be able to save 90% of their time. And it's like presenting them really with an irresistible opportunity. It's clear as day what you're offering. And below, I'll be sharing what you need to include to have a form value statement, just like you saw above. But really, to break this down in the most simplified manner, the first element of crafting an irresistible offer, it's overlooked all the time, but it's really the most important. You simply just need to put yourself in the prospect's shoes and your ideal clients, and then ask yourself, what are you going to give me? And by when am I going to get that? And then what do I have to actually give up in order to get that ideal outcome? So it's always great to have some sort of quantifiable result that helps your clients visualize something tangible, letting them know what they can expect to receive as a result of pulling their wallet out and purchasing your product or service. So I'm going to break down a couple of specific examples across a couple of different industries of your offer, and then I'm going to actually show you the main thing that I want to cover here, which is the 5 to 6 key components that you need to consider when crafting an offer. Let's say that I'm selling lead generation services, just like myself with BuzzLead. I'm not just helping you generate leads, but maybe if I want to craft a good offer that is relevant to who I'm reaching out to, I would position it as, we help social media marketing agencies get 8 to 12 qualified sales meetings per month with their dream clients on a pay-per-call basis. Or maybe if I'm selling SEO services, I'll position it as, we help plumbers get to the first page of Google, driving thousands of new leads to your site with our premium backlinking strategies. Now, maybe I am reaching out to chief information officers trying to sell them intent data. We help CIOs save time, money, and energy by providing you with the best in-class insights from vetted experts and previous Fortune 500 CIOs. So an offer, is essentially going to be the value proposition that entices potential customers to engage with your business. And it's such a critical factor in determining their interest and willingness to work with you. So how do we actually go about positioning your offer then? Assuming you already have a product or service, or, you have an active business, let's break down how to effectively shape whether you're selling an enticing offer statement, whether or not people are actually going to want to buy it. And really, there's going to be 6 key components. I added one in here. So 6 key components that you need to consider to really break down and create an irresistible offer. Number 1, and this might be the most important, going back to what I had mentioned before, a quantifiable end result. What are you going to give me and by when? You want to clearly define specific outcomes of results that your offer is actually delivering. For example, generating 8 to 12 qualified leads every month. That's the outcome that they're going to get, not the lead generation services, but they're going to have 8 to 12 new opportunities, sales meetings to close new customers. Or if you're selling SEO services, it's not just helping them with SEO, it's helping them get to the first page of Google. That is the outcome that somebody wants, and that's why they would want to work with you, so they could get to the first page of Google. Maybe if you're selling web design services, it's not creating a new sick website with awesome aesthetics and a great look and feel. It's helping customers get an increased percentage or conversion rate from when people go to their website, closing 2.5% higher customer conversion rate. Or maybe if you're selling a health and wellness supplement, the outcome that they'd be looking for is to lose 30 pounds in 90 days. These are all quantifiable, tangible outcomes that are vividly stated, so when you reach out with your offer, people know what they're going to get as a result. Now, number 2, niching down. Now, this is often overlooked, and the reason why people are so unsuccessful with a lot of their outreach is because they're just reaching too broad and they're being too vague. So especially if you're just starting out, you can't be the jack of all trades because you end up being the master of none. You want to niche down and be very specific on who you are actually reaching out to. So you want to identify the target audience or the market that benefits the most from your offerings. And in this case, for lead generation, maybe we're going after social media marketing agencies, not just marketing agencies, but social media marketing agencies. If you're just getting started, you want to niche down, then niche down further. So you could even go after perhaps social media marketing agencies in New York, or maybe single income households in Atlanta, 25 to 40-year-old males with 150K gross income. You want to be specific and call out that you help people that are in that specific niche, and you're going to have much higher conversion rates. Now, number 3 is the mechanism. And the mechanism, is essentially going to highlight the unique approach or methodology through which you achieve getting those desired results. Like, sure, you can help me get 8 to 12 qualified sales meetings every month, but how are you going to do it? What is your unique mechanism that makes you different from the other 10 lead generation guys that are going to be helping out? So for example, you want to throw in some buzzwords in there like blueprint, launch plan, strategy, deployment, system. For example, we'll help you get 8 to 12 qualified sales meetings every month through our omni-channel outreach system. Or we'll help you get 10 more inbounds every month through our social media content syndication system. Or we'll help you save 3% on your revenue cycle management through our revenue cycle management protocol. You really just want to make it clear what you're going to do, how you're going to get them the results, and that is going to be your unique mechanism. And then just one thing to note here, you've got to be careful with your unique mechanism, because if you're targeting the wrong people, it could really just shoot your performance. And there's an example that I wanted to present here. One thing that you could really do is really just like reach out to a lot of your current customers and then engage with them first to understand like the value that they're getting out of your system. So if they're getting a big value add from working with you, ask them, what is it about working with BuzzLead, that is making that big difference? What do they think about when they think about your offer? So for example, April Dunford in Obviously Awesome, How to Nail Product Positioning, he discusses a story about a legal e-discovery solution that they were positioning to lawyers. But what they ultimately uncovered after interviewing, 10 customers was the biggest value proposition was just the secure exchange email within the platform. That was it. It was like plain and simple. And they ended up rebranding their entire offer and focused around secure email exchange for legal entities, as opposed to doing the whole legal e-discovery solution. And they actually 10x their revenue in just 2 years, exited shortly after, just by changing up their unique mechanism that they found out that that's all that their market really cared about, having that secure email exchange. Anyways, moving on to number 4, the timeline. It's always going to benefit you if you're able to specify how long is it going to take, what's the time frame that this person can expect to, be working with us in order to get that dream outcome. So for example, in this scenario, it could be on a monthly basis or a 90-day sprint or 1 year. So we're helping businesses get 8 to 12 meetings every single month. Or maybe you'll help somebody get to the first page of Google through your SEO services after 6 months. It's always, and sometimes you can't put a timeline on there, but it always does benefit you if you can, because then you're lowering the risk of people not getting it. They could basically, underestimate, or they could basically estimate how long it's going to take before they could get that result. If it's only going to take me 3 months to get what I want to get, that's not a bad bargain. Number 5, risk reversal. You want to use risk reversal to put the customer's mind at ease and increase their perceived likelihood of achievement for them while having a safe fallback in case you don't. So the earlier you are in the business and like the less social proof, less case studies you have, the more you're going to need to offer some form of risk reversal in the case of a guarantee, because you don't have any trust built with your audience. For example, like I had mentioned, the more you'll need to include risk reversal just to show good faith in a potential partnership. So for instance, if the desired result is not achieved, then customers won't be required to make a payment. So with us, with BuzzLead, it's a pay-per-call model. You only pay for the meetings that we book you. If you don't book a new client, you don't pay. That's another form of risk reversal here. Or if we don't 2x your revenue in this time frame, you'll get your money back guaranteed. So essentially, you just want to be able to build trust with the prospect. If you don't have social proof or case studies, you can do this in the form of some sort of guarantee, or you could just be performance-based, because if you don't perform, they're not going to be paying as much. Lastly, and this was the optional thing that I added in, but lead magnets are going to be your best friend. And lead magnets especially are helpful when you're trying to, really just build trust and engage the prospect that you're reaching out to by offering them some form of your work. So if you have an e-commerce checklist, if you're selling like web design services to e-commerce companies, or maybe you're offering a free lead list if you're selling a list building software, or maybe you want to offer them a free audit to tell them how much money you could save through their revenue cycle management software. But essentially, and the example I gave here for somebody selling SEO services, a great hook or a lead magnet would be, if you send me your top 3 competitors, I'll put together a keyword takedown strategy for competitive keywords that they're outranking you on. You're essentially giving them a nugget before you're asking for them to hop on a call. And that's how you build trust. It gives people an easy opportunity to opt in and say, yeah, sure, why not? Or they don't respond and there's really no interest. You don't really want to push straight for a call unless you have a strong product that's in high demand. So I typically like to use lead magnets for the first couple of emails. Now, kind of wrapping all this up here, there's a couple of templates of examples of how you can incorporate these different steps into your offer. So you could, for example, do, niche plus result plus time plus mechanism plus risk reversal would essentially read out as: we help health and wellness e-com brands generate 25% more revenue in under 90 days using TikTok ads. If we don't deliver on our promise, we'll gladly refund your investment. That's the risk reversal. That's the timeline there. This is the benefit that they're going to be getting, the quantifiable end result. We help health and wellness, so that's niche down. Then we could also do another different version where it's just niche plus result plus mechanism. We help medical practices reduce overhead expenses by 20% with our medical RCM software. Now, you could try it yourself. So we recently helped blank niche generate X result in just this timeline by implementing this unique mechanism. So really, you're going to need to get creative on how you want to plug this in, but essentially ask yourself, what am I providing to the market? What are they going to get? Why would they want to work with me? How long is it going to take? What if I can't get them the results they're looking for? What's the risk reversal? And then what can I do to give them some sort of hook to get them, opting in, so we could start a conversation, build trust before I get them to, give me their time for a sales call. And when you're testing out an offer, really the main things that you want to be looking at is, what are your conversion rates? The percentage of prospects who are actually, responding to my emails. What are the response rates? How much is it costing me to acquire a new customer? What's the ROI generated compared to different types of campaigns that I'm running? Or if I crafted my offer in a different way, what had a better yield on it? You also want to be A/B split testing. So try out different offers. The best part about owning a business is that you can craft your offer how you want, so long as you know how to deliver it. And then once you've really written out your offer, like I mentioned, test it out, reach out to thousands of prospects to really get a good test or indicator of whether or not your offer hits or not. And then, the other thing is, if you need more help with this and you want specific examples, crafting the offer is just one of the small pieces of lead generation in general. We do have a school community where this will actually walk you through a whole cold email masterclass that's going to walk you through setting up your technical aspects, your email accounts, building out lead lists, your copywriting, scripts, really everything from A to Z inbox management. But if you don't even feel like dealing with all that and you'd rather just have some experts help you craft an offer that's irresistible, that prospects feel silly saying no to, then I've got my booking link right down here below. You'll also find this Notion guide linked in the description here, but would love to have a conversation, see if we can help you out. And then outside of that, stay tuned for the next video here that you're about to see. It's actually going over crafting a $20,000 cold email campaign from start to finish using the tools that we like to use for our own agency and for our clients. And until then, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Here's the video.